I don't need to sit here and jerk off Tom Aspinall, okay? That'd be like working a 17-foot dildo, okay? That in the old days, Pereira is kind of being called out by Jon Jones, another man that you know very well. Tom Aspinall, of course, the interim champion, he's coming out and he thinks that Jones is playing games. He thinks that he's just, and I agree. I think he's just messing around. He's playing games. I think he's trying to wind up Tom Aspinall, because I, for 1 second, can't believe that Jon Jones would have, it would be so embarrassing for him to realistically be calling out the champion from the weight class below if he was to beat Stipe. And we know that's an if. That's not a given. Mm-hmm. But to then be talking about not retiring, but taking on a different challenger, he's got to be with everybody.
Well, like Jon Jones has ever been concerned with being embarrassed of anything. He's really good at it. If he's smart, that's exactly what he's doing. Like if he really wants to, for sure, if he wants the for sure fight, or he wants the better matchup, he would avoid Tom Aspinall like the plague. So like if he beats Stipe, I would say that Alex Pereira is probably a bigger money fight. Like right now. So
I looked at the responses on X. I believe that's the first time I've ever said that, and it didn't feel right. On Twitter, I looked at the responses, and I thought overwhelmingly it would be people saying, Tom, come on, man, cut the shit, you're out of your mind. But it was actually the opposite. I think Tom Aspinall posted like a meme or an image of Jon Jones kind of like looking like that or whatever, and he tagged John's tweet below it. And everyone was like, look, listen, obviously, Tom, you're the next logical fight. But in terms of legacy fights, in terms of money-making fights, Alex Pereira is one of the biggest stars in the world of mixed martial arts right now. Yeah. And I was kind of blown away. You know, everybody knows that I'm very good friends with Tom. And I thought I was going to go to the comment section and see something very, very different. But it seemed, and I'm not saying everybody, but there was a real healthy percentage of people saying, actually, Pereira makes sense over Tom. And I was like, the pets' heads are definitely falling off.
Well, in terms of divisional relevance and the natural progression of the situation that we found ourselves in the heavyweight, Tom Aspinall makes all the sense in the world. But if you're Jon Jones, like if you're his coaches or you're his accountant or you're his manager, Stipe Miocic, Alex Pereira, that's much lower risk, whole lot more reward, and probably more money right now. Like I think in time, 2 or 3 fights, I think Tom Aspinall is one of the biggest superstars in the entire UFC, in the whole company. He just hasn't, unfortunately, he's been stuck in this weird spot where he hasn't had the opportunity. But you and I both know that give Tom the opportunity, the fights, the platform, the spotlight, and the promotional push that he's gonna get when he fights, there's no way he's not a superstar.
No, and that goes with that.
And he's crazy popular, and he's crazy popular already. It's just Alex Pereira is already, a 2-weight world champion. He's already got this boogeyman thing going on, and people it's recency bias. That's what they've recently seen, and I think people in their minds can imagine Pereira landing one of those nasty left hooks, and they envision in their head Jon going down. Like, can Jon take it? Can he not take it? I think there's a lot of those like games being played in people's heads.
Yeah, I think in terms of, as fighters, we want to be a part of the biggest fights possible. All right, cool. Right now, Pereira would be a bigger fight. To your point a moment ago, Tom's got a real personality, and he's got his own YouTube channel. If people haven't checked that out, do so, because he has some really good videos and content on there doing all kinds of different stuff. And he will be there. And I think when he gets his hands on Tom, I just don't really see it being a fight. I mean, all right, sorry, that's insulting to Jon. I just strongly believe that Tom would win that fight, and that's not being disrespectful to Jon Jones. I I saw, the size of him
and the way
all
he
the rest
moved.
of it.
We've talked about it 1,000 times. Yeah.
I don't need to sit here and jerk off Tom Aspinall. Okay, that'd be like working a 17-foot dildo. Okay, that in the old days of this podcast, that would be the title of this episode, but it's not gonna be. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, there's an image I'm trying to get out of my mind. Real quick.
On a 17-foot dick.
Oh my God! What was I saying? What was I saying?
I don't know.
Oh no! I saw a picture of Jon Jones just recently, and again, I don't know if this was AI, but he looks rough. He looks like really, really out of shape. And I know in between. I mean, dude, I used to get in terrible shape. I used to look really bad and heavy and unathletic, and then come fight time, you get it back. But did you see that picture? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I didn't see the picture.
Yeah, he didn't look athletic at all. It could have been bullshit. You never know these days.
These days, it's hard to tell what's real and what's not.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.